we struggle against PWIs? Well, we struggle against PWIs because we don't really care about those games. We care more about the games against each other. We need to care about all the games. Yeah. And I think people fought, bled, and died for us to be competitive and have a voice in our country, not just in our neighborhood. And so we got to be ready for that. But I think our conference has to continue to find ways to be better. I'd like to see us play on more TV and not just the stream television because I think our product is that. I'd like to see us bring back the Thursday night games that was going on every Thursday, like when we were there before. And I think there's a lot of value in putting our product on TV. I don't think anybody would be against playing on a Wednesday night like some of these Conference USA games. Yeah. I wouldn't. An opportunity to put our stadium on national TV, man, I think we got to look into all options because now we're at a point to where all options are on the table. Yeah. And so nobody wants to play on a Saturday night in Panther Stadium more than me. Nobody. But I think if we got a chance to play on regular ESPN and play Thursday, Friday, Wednesday, we need to take a look at that. All those are things that I know our conference wants to do. And I'm looking forward to us getting to the table to see what it is that they have to do.
Hey, Coach, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask Coach this question. Because you were a D2 coach. There's two things I want to ask. You can answer them however you want to order them. One is, can you explain the success of D2 players at the FCS level versus FBS players coming down to the FCS level? Meaning that in my short time of viewing HBCU football, the D2 players, in a lot of cases, have been wildly successful at the FCS level, coming from D2. That's one. You deal with that because they may be related. The other question is, the D2 coaches, up until recently, weren't being given jobs, opportunities to elevate from D2 to FCS on the HBCU level, right? They were just doing the whole circle jerk around each other. Mm-hmm. With guys like you and Sam Shade and even a guy that didn't get hired this year, Teddy Keaton, who had a lot of success at Clark, do you think that's with you and Sam's success, a guy like Teddy might get an opportunity to come up to this level?
Yeah, I think guys like Chennis Berry helped that. I think guys, Chennis Berry came from Benedict, went to South Carolina State, won immediately. Well, when you see where he took the program at Benedict from and where he ended up, I was in the same region as him. So I saw it for myself on tape week in and week out. I think that helped the situation. Coach Shade always had a really good product at Miles. We played him twice in my time there. And so we were able to see it glow and grow, as they say, man. We were able to see that. And then, guys like me, man, I'm just a guy happy to be here with a plan, right? And so hopefully we get a chance to help move the needle. But I think Division II coaches coming up to the SWAC, to the MEAC, to any FCS program, they really know what it is to do, because you have to be very unique in how you scholarship in Division II. And I think a lot of guys struggle on this level and don't know how to maneuver in that space. And so when you go from the FBS to the FCS, where things are different, and maybe you had a lot of things done for you in the FBS, you got to kind of get it out the mud. And in Division II, man, you're getting it out the mud. So it's very comfortable for me to walk over and check class. It's very comfortable for me to be running study hall. Now, I don't have to do that here at Prairie View. I don't have to do any of that, but that's comfortable for me. And so when you come from that Power 5, you don't know, a lot of times you don't know the first thing about that type of stuff. And so it takes you a year or two to learn even how things work. And so while you can't even get to the football because you're still getting hit with financial aid and all the things that you never had to deal with. And so I think it's a little bit more to it. When you look at the success of Henry Frazier coming up from
Bowie State
to Prairie View A&M, he had a lot of success. Coach Cole came from Lane, where he was lining the field and came into the league and had a lot of success. I think that level of success in the history of it is just better than guys coming down.
What you think about Teddy? What you think about Teddy Keaton at Clark?
Yeah, I think coaches. I thought he was going to be in this class, honestly, because I think he does a really good job. Obviously I was in Georgia, got a chance to watch them play a couple of times. Saw him play against Miles when we broke down Miles. I think Teddy has always had an explosive offense. And LC over there blitzing from the heel. And so, I start calling out pressures when we watch them play.
They matter of fact, they play on the first game of the year, Clark and Valdosta.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Are they playing in that classic game?
Yeah.
I knew Miles had left the classic game. So, I think that Coach Keaton is up next. He's always done a really good job of representing wherever he's been on the national committees, on the rules committee, coaches connection, things where we normally are not as Black coaches, let alone guys in HBCUs. And so I think he's got what it takes to be next, and look forward to seeing where he's going to be.
Well, let me say this, Coach Jack. I'm getting these Panthers. Look, Jack, the only thing I told him, I said, look, I'm going to get to Jack, but I ain't wearing no PV shirt now. I ain't going to put no TC shirt. Tell TJ no worries. The Panther backers got you, and I'm sending $100 tonight. All right? I got to know. You could tell your homegirl went to PV on the track team. She would definitely be on the board to get us to the next level. He has a lot of respect for you. I love how he talks about, and I'm in love with him already. So man, look, hey man, you and I tell people you got what it takes, and you're gonna move this program where it needs to go. Coach, are you bringing players from Valdosta State with you? How many have you brought? Are you, or did you like, hey guys, I'm headed out, how's that coming?
No, we brought a couple with us. Like my grandma used to say, there's always a ram in the bush. And so we brought a couple with us. I'll tell you this funny story right quick, Coach, because we talk about loving our players, and we all in there crying and Coach, I love you. I wherever you go, I'll go. And so we offered a couple of them, and then they start getting Michigan State. They start getting James Madison. They start getting some of the bigger schools, West Virginia, and them NIL deals start coming out. And then I ain't hear from nobody. It went crickets on me. I said, well, damn, I thought you loved me. He said, Coach, man, I love you, but man, that's big time ball. I said, man, you gotta go. You gotta go. And again, just the time that we in, we have really good players at Valdosta State that we were able to assemble and acquire over time. But man, we brought a couple, but we brought the right couple. I learned something when I went from Mesa to Valdosta State. And I had brought 12 players with us from Mesa to Valdosta State. And those guys, a lot of them were all conference out there out west, but they didn't do anything in Valdosta State. And for one reason or another. And so what I learned is just because you could play for us over there, don't necessarily translate to you being able to play for us over here. And so we had to find the right guys that could play for us over here. And that's not just on the field, that's in the culture, in the locker room, making sure guys handle their business in the classroom. And so we think we found the right couple of guys to do that are helping us with the culture in the locker room, because they've been through dog training before. They know what it's like. They don't want to do it.
So you had some mid-semester transfers already?
Oh yeah, because you gotta bring them at mid-year for them to have a chance. You gotta let them get acclimated to this Houston heat. It's February the 4th, and I was out there in shorts and a t-shirt today, and somebody had on some flip-flop. as I was getting some lunch. It ain't like this everywhere, and so we wanted to bring them out here and get them ready to go. But we got some.
Do we got a quarterback, or are we still?
We're waiting. We're waiting on the quarterback to show us that they can win the team and not turn the ball over. That's who's going to be the quarterback of the Prairie View A&M Panthers. The guy that can win the football team and the guy that can take care of the football.
Do we have somebody coming from outside?
Yeah, we got 5 quarterbacks on the roster.
Okay.
All of them are Division I transfers.
Okay.
And so we'll find out.
Do they have any film, Coach?
Yeah, they got film. They got film. Here's what I learned about y'all show. Coaches be watching. I ain't giving up many things on here.
Yeah.
I ain't giving up. They're going to have to work to get these names.
Coach, you sound like the coach from Nebraska now, so that's why that's what it is, Coach. You're not having that spring game because you don't want to see your players. That's
on a Thursday. If you want to come watch us play, you're going to come on a Thursday.
You're going to have to take off work.
Yeah, you're going to miss something in this deal.
Yeah. Now, Coach, are you having open practice, or if I'm an alumnus and I want to, be able to come in and donate money to you, have you set up that type of situation? I know you got Coach Colbert kind of running your operations.
Yep.
You got to get your development fund, program. Have you had time to set all that up yet?
Yeah, that's kind of what's going to launch tomorrow. Practices are open to former players, high school coaches, and generous donors. That's who practices are open to. And so,
what about media members, Coach?
Yeah, you go through Coach Colbert. Coach Colbert he'll assign the media passes. But no, if any one of those people want to come to practice, they just need to reach out to Coach Colbert and set it up. We'll put something out there on social media. We love having people at practice. People always get nervous about people spying. Half the people that come to practice don't even know what's going on. They just go, and some of them will go back and hype the program up, and you think you had a bad day, and they around here talking about how good you're going to be. And so we certainly want our alums, our football alums, to always have an open door at our place. And got a lot of guys in the Hall of Fame, a lot of guys that have done some things for our program. We got an football alumni association that they're doing great things for our players. So they're always welcome. Generous donors, always welcome. You come sit in my office and watch the tape with me if you're generous enough. And so we can be bought. The tape can be bought.
Hey, let me give you this. Let me get an email. It's Dr. Colbert, DrColbert at pvamu.edu. If you want to come out and set up, meet with Coach Jackson, that's DrColbert at pvamu.edu. I just want to put that out there.
Hey, Coach, now let me ask you this. This guy's all over social media right here, Coach. Be careful about him. You see his name, PV versus everybody? Coach, he had everybody hating PV, man. He printed out championship shirts. He did everything. Oh, Coach, I'm telling you. Hey, this guy right here, tell him don't print no championship shirts out. That jinked us, man. That jinked on Prairie View, man.
And look, Coach Bishop over there quiet. His cousin there was talking about SWAC championship the first part of the year. And Coach, it was over about 4 weeks in the season, wasn't it, Coach?
No, hold on now. Wait a minute now. We were already good until we got to Jackson State. And then we okay. But Coach, listen, I'm gonna give you something. Because you're coming into a program, everybody has the expectation. But what I'm gonna say, and I'm saying this with a lot of respect, I am so impressed with you. Because I see the passion. I see that you care about yourself and your players. And, man, I think that you're just going to be super – the SWAC needs good coaches. See, like I say, me and Coach – listen, man, I'm originally from Jackson, Mississippi. I saw the W.C. Gordons. I saw the Pete Richards. I saw Archie Cooley Gunslingers. I saw Marino Castle. I saw Eddie Robinson. I saw Houston Mark. Those made the SWAC. And when you got great coaches, that means you're going to create great players. And the way we beat, as they say, these PWIs, you got to coach first, but you also got to coach them up to be able to beat them. So I'm super excited for what you do. And I'm gonna say one last thing is that coaches already told you y'all can sponsor that training table. You put your name on the training table. You can sponsor that film, and you can sponsor anything else because Coach said he's open for business. So Coach, I'm really impressed. Now, Coach, one other thing too, I got to make a joke. Now, Coach Cole is a Kappa, and I think you are a man of Omega Psi Phi. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. So listen. Now, you know, y'all, there's a lot of rivalry right there now. It's a lot of rivalry. So I'm going to put it out there to those PV Kappas. Y'all got to raise more money than them PVQs. You see what I'm saying? I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to put it out there, Coach.
Yep.
That's right.
And our AD is a Kappa.
See, there you
That's
go.
right.
So I'm going to put the challenge out there because, listen, we don't need no stomping and cane throw. We need money spent. You see what I'm saying? So, Coach, I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to put up some $35. Coach, I know $35 will get me on the field, maybe give me in the parking lot, but I'm going to put up some $35. You know what I mean?
I appreciate it.
I'll wait for the parking lot.
And I tell you, Coach, what we want to do, which is when y'all get your thing together, maybe we could bring you back on right before spring ball, and you'll have all the information together how people can buy season tickets and donate that $35. I'm gonna definitely donate my $35. I know Rocky, he does it all the time. Of course, Coach Campbell is the fundraising guy on our staff. So you want to go through these games real quick, Coach?
Yeah.
Yeah, Coach. We'll get started off with the elephant in the room. Coach, you got to get this one done, Coach. Coach. Hey, you probably shouldn't unbox your stuff, Coach, until you get this one done. I'm just gonna go and be honest with you. They whooping.
What's unique about that?
Go ahead, Coach.
It's in Houston and it's on my birthday.
Ooh.
And so that's one that it certainly will be it'll be a special day. And I don't know.
Y'all moving that to the big boy stadium.
I haven't been told that one.
They say Shell Energy
They
Stadium.
say Shell Energy.
That's the new name of the stadium that they're in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
That's the new name.
Okay.
Well, these next 3 games, since we got them up, Coach, you're gonna have to struggle to get them out on this one, Coach, because you know they love to see the blacks and these teams.
It's the home opener.
Who is
It's
this?
the UTRGV new program. They're playing their first year of football. They're FCS, Southland Conference member, but they've been practicing, I think, for the last year or two. And 2025 will be their first season, and so they are PWI, and that's in the Southland Conference. But most of all, it's the home opener. We go down to Houston, but September 6th is the home opener, so we expect to have a lot of people show up and be loud at the home opener. Then we go to Rice. We go back to Houston and play Rice. They got a brand new staff. Came over from an FCS non-scholarship program. Then we play Northwestern State, which we're really familiar with. Me have been in the Southland Conference,
Right.
And so we played them a year ago at their place. They're returning the home game.
I like your schedule, Coach. I like your schedule so far.
Now, Coach, these next 3 games, we'll see what you all about, Coach. We'll find out if you like that. And guess what, Coach? At the end of the day, Coach, you got to realize that y'all are a homecoming guest in the middle of October. So tell me about this part of your schedule and what you think about it.
Yeah, we're really excited to be, I've always seen the State Fair Classic on TV. I've never been a part of it. And so to go to the Cotton Bowl and the historic event, play a historic school like Grambling State, we're honored to be able to do that, and we'll get our guys ready to go. Then we go to the reservation, which I haven't been there in a long time.
Let me finish on the Grambling now. The HBCU Coaches Corner. We're part of the interviewing process on that Monday. We'll come.
Yeah, we'll be part of the press corps. And be there at the press conference.
Yeah.
Hey, well, Coach, I got to make sure my suit right, Coach.
You know that. It better be on. Look, I ain't got to tell. Hey, look, Coach. I know. Look, you like a sponge. I know you're gonna be sharp.
Hey, I got to make sure my suit right that day.
Yeah,
we go to the reservation. I haven't been to Alcorn State since 2010.
Wow.
Haven't been there. So it's been a while since I've been there. And so we're looking forward to that one. Obviously going to Southern. Haven't been there since 2010 either. But one thing I know about playing at Southern, especially now that it's homecoming, it's going to be a lot of people there. We're going to need our folks to travel. We're going to need our folks to travel and try to stand up against some of that that's going to be there. We get a week off in between that Alcorn and Southern game as well. We got a bye week in between there. And then after we play Southern is our homecoming against North American, which is a local Houston team.
Whew. So let me ask you something, Coach, before you continue. How much did you play a role in the schedule? Because it seemed like you played a lot.
Well, I didn't. It was AD Golf had already kind of finalized it before I got here.
Okay.
Again, AD Golf done been to some other places. So, like I know, Coach, if you're doing the schedule in the year, the schedule, anything can happen. And so our schedule is really lined out for the next few years. And he had already had that done prior to me getting the job.
I got you. Well, I tell you what, Coach, it's a good first-year schedule.
Hey, that's shade, Coach Jackson. That was just shade right there. I just want you to know that. Because he put that first-year caveat on that schedule. I think that's the same thing he said about Chris Dishman. That's a good first-year schedule.
Hey, Coach, I do want to point out something. And Rocky, I'm getting people saying, let's get Coach up so we can see his face. Switch
my bad.
Around a little bit. But, Coach, I do want to point something out. Prairie View and Southern had got, and you talked about this, had gotten kind of a little bit of fisticuffs. Now, you talked about discipline. Now, Coach, how are you going, because that rivalry, because of, because the last couple of years it's been Prairie View's won the West or Southern's won the West. How are you going to make sure that you say to your team that, hey, this is going to be a hot and they schedule for homecoming? But you talked about discipline. Talk about why that's so important again, for us just on the field discipline, and what you think that's going to make you a successful winning coach.
Yeah, Mr. Cameron, we talk to our guys a lot about being locked in so we don't get locked out of opportunities. You want to make sure when we go there or anywhere, we playing a college football game, we want to make sure we go there, take care of our business, and everybody that went in comes out. It's kind of like the military. We go in to do a mission, we get in, we get out. And so you don't want to let some foolishness get you in a bad situation for weeks to come for what we're trying to do. It's going to take everybody. We don't have time for somebody to say something to somebody, a guy throw a punch, and now you're out the next week. That's not who we are. That's not how we play the game. We respect the game too much to allow that to happen. Natural trash talking happens throughout a game, but we don't ever want to do anything that's bigger than our football team and draw attention to ourselves as an individual. It's about the collective. And when you can coach guys and get guys to buy into the collective model, then you don't have those issues. Proud to say we had some really tough guys at places I've been, guys that were on their second and third chance because of some issues, but they bought into the deal of it being about the collective and not themselves. And so we didn't have guys kicked out of games or fights starting after games. And we hope to keep it that way here, because we do understand the nature. When you're at Prairie View A&M, you play a lot of rival games. There's people that's mad about the fact that we got a better stadium than them. They just want to fight. And so it just is what it is. And so we got to understand.
Y'all got running water, got heat.
Yeah, we got to understand who we are. We got to understand that when I'm out here on platforms like this and I'm telling people what's about to happen at Prairie View A&M, that somebody gonna try us. That just comes with the nature of being good. If nobody tried us, then I wouldn't think we were gonna be very good, because people only try people that have something to lose. Nobody robs the homeless man.
Well,
You ain't never heard of the homeless man getting robbed, because people don't think he have anything. So people only try to do stuff to people that's got something. And so we expect to have something. Therefore, we expect for people to try us, and we got to be able to handle that.
yeah. Well, Coach, man, look, we don't have you on.
Can he get through the last month, Coach? You got just one more month.
Well, my
November.
question, do we have any phone calls? We don't want to keep Coach too long, but
No. All the phone callers dropped. Coach was giving us that motivational speech, and they got the Holy Ghost and dropped off. So we good. But I did want to look at November, because November seems interesting to me in this regard. We got 4 games, and 3 of them is at Blackshear. That seems like that's a good prep leading into the SWAC championship. What do you think, Coach?
Well, they remember November. And so you want to make sure you're playing your best ball in November. And if you can play that ball at home, it's a lot better than playing that ball on the road. And so when I saw the schedule and saw that we were at home 3 out of the last 4, obviously, and man, you know, we get to Coach Cole, we get to we taking a plane to Huntsville. We ain't got to leave Thursday at midnight and trick ourselves into thinking we ain't really traveled that far because we was all asleep. We getting on a flight and we going to Alabama A&M, and again, our administration made sure we travel in the right manner so
now
that we can.
Are y'all landing in Huntsville or Atlanta, Georgia?
Coach, you know what? They just tell me what time to leave. They don't. We got a lady named Miss Thomas. She just tell me what time to be there, what time to leave. And so, but I do know those are things. That's why I keep telling people it's a new day at Prairie View A&M. It's a new day. We don't do some things that people thought we did. We don't do those things. We're trying to be an elite, premier FCS program, and that's I really think we're headed in the right direction. But we're excited about the schedule. We're excited about putting our brand of ball out there week 1.
And two of those coaches are in the boat. They're new coaches. So you're gonna have Coach Buckley at Mississippi Valley.
Yep.
And Coach Shade at Alabama A&M. So
absolutely.
You guys are really going to be able to fight each other and then see where you at the end of the season, see where your program's at. So I'm super excited to see that.
Yeah. You know, I look forward to Media Day. Man, I think SWAC Media Day is a really I watch SWAC Media Day sitting in my office at the place I just left. Like, watch the whole thing. Because the media day that we had was in Birmingham too, but it wasn't on the same side. It was on a different side, and it wasn't the same folks there. And so there's a lot of things in the SWAC, man, that I've always not stopped watching. And I'm looking forward to get around those coaches at media day. A lot of great coaches in the SWAC. We can't wait to get our shoulders up on the stage next to them, because Prairie View A&M belongs, and we ain't gonna stop talking about that. We belong. And we here now, and we expect to be on the stage with the best of them.
And Coach, you're a Texas football coach for sure, and I'm proud to be a Texan. And I can't wait for you to start kicking butt all over the SWAC. You hear me, Coach? All over the SWAC. Because again, my daughter is a senior at Prairie View.
Yeah.
And Coach, I just, this is the last thing I want to say is that you also got to engage the students as well. You got to engage the student, get them to start coming to the games, because I think that's an aspect of that needs to happen, because for whatever reason, there's a challenge with getting them engaged and coming out. And so with that being said, Coach, I want to appreciate you for coming on, man.
And thank y'all for having me. Coach Cole, when he hit Coach Colbert up, I stood in the hallway and took a breath. I said, man, I finally get to get on the show. I had to watch the show on YouTube, but no, I got a lot of respect and admiration for Coach, man, and what you guys do, Mr. Campbell. You were toned down tonight, because you've been on 10 some of them days that I watched.
Hey, Coach, listen, Coach, here's the thing. I want you to be successful. I really want you to be successful. Because you know why I want you to be successful? Because I want you to bring your ass down to Tallahassee so you can send your ass back to Texas with a loss for that SWAC championship game. So that's the
Mr. Campbell I know.
I need you to go on, win all your little games over there in the West, and then we'll see you in Tallahassee in December.
That's it.
Okay.
And I promise I won't say you the best coach. You the best coach of the worst.
Hey, Coach. Hey, just as you say, Coach, we got a couple calls, man, and I know, Coach, if you need to drop, you can go ahead and drop. It's up to you if you want to be on.
One or two of them.
Okay, gotcha. All right, caller with the last 4, 5540. You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner.
Hello, am I on?
Yeah, you home.
Okay. All right. This is Chuck Hunt calling from Monroe, Louisiana. Good evening, you four, and Coach Jackson. Congratulations! I've been following what you've done in your coaching career, and I know you come from the cradle of coaches like they had Miami, Ohio cradle of coaches, Valdosta State. You know, Hal Mommy, Mike Leach, Kirby Smart, and now yourself. You're part of it now, and I wish, and I see a lot happening with you all in the future. And my question to you, I know you're from Texas, and I can imagine you're going to be recruiting the Georgia, the Carolinas, and Florida as well. You know, you're coming from Valdosta State. I imagine you're going to sell that program. Also, I'm gonna land on this one. I agree with what you said. Stop putting yourself in a box. I just think about they just had the Grammy Awards. That's what Beyonce had to deal with. You know, you don't want to put yourself in a box. She just won Country Album of the Year, and that's what we do that to ourselves. And you're exactly right, Coach.
Yeah, I appreciate that. I'll answer your question. We're going to recruit nationwide because Prairie View A&M is a nationwide product, and so because we're a nationwide product, then people across the country need to see what we have and be exposed to it. But we are a Texas football team first. And so we're going to recruit Houston to
say that
Dallas.
again, Coach.
Yeah, we're a Texas football team. There's Texas on this logo. There's the great state of Texas, and so we're gonna recruit it inside out. But we will expand our tentacles nationally, man, because we got too good of programs, too good of everything on our campus academically, not to reach across the country.
All right, thanks, Chuck. I appreciate that. We got one.
Take care.
All right, appreciate it, Chuck. We got one more, Coach, and then we'll get out of it. All right, caller with the last 4, 8310. You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner. What's your name and where you calling from?
Hey, what's going on? This is Lionel with PV versus everybody.
My dog.
Just want to call in and let y'all know. I mean, Coach Jackson, appreciate you. Obviously, we're happy to have you. If y'all thought your T-shirts was bad, listen, we got hoodies coming this year, okay? Because the expectations then went up, all right? Because the goal is always the goal, as Coach Jackson say. You know what I'm saying? Premier FCS program in the state of Texas. And so I'm happy that Coach Jackson sees that, understands that. I think we have a huge amount of alumni that have felt that way, which is why we made the T-shirts in the first place, right? And so we're not stopping with that, right? Because the expectations still expectations. But I just want to call in and say, man, I'm super excited. I'm going to be at the signing day tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? And then we also going to be pulling up for the spring game as well as supporting financially so that we can hit these goals and get these things that Coach Jackson and the team needs.
Appreciate you, Lionel. Hey, make sure you tweet out the link, Lionel. I'll follow you, so I that way I'll make sure I didn't get my little $35 tomorrow as well. And because I gave the FAMU a few months ago, and they ain't never stopped begging, so I may as well give a little something.
Hey, no, hold on now, Coach. I'm gonna say this. One thing we know how to do is keep asking for money. So, Coach, you better have that. See, Coach, I know y'all got the same thing. Cause once you get that email, we gonna keep asking, bro. We gonna keep asking.
Absolutely.
And your deal was a 19, wasn't it, Coach?
My deal was
Bishop.
Oh yeah, we did well. Our AD is number 19, so we did a 19 from basically 19 for 19. Give them 19 just to get it started. But Coach said, "Hey, we looking for 35 to get to 350."
And I'm the 35th head coach at Prairie View.
Thank you. So I was setting you up for you. There you go, Coach.
Yeah, I'm the 35th head coach, and so 35 to 350. That's what we want to get to. It's all in that 35 theme.
Hey, Coach, we got one call left from H-Time. You want to take it?
I'll always take a Houstonian.
Go ahead. Last 4, 6660. You're live on HBCU Coaches Corner. What's your name and where you calling from?
Benjamin. How you doing, gentlemen? Coach, just wanted to welcome you. I actually, as I was listening to you, I actually thought I was at a Baptist church. And I know you said tomorrow is when it's you were going to send out the link and so forth, but I'm going to send you my $350 pledge. And I know you're talking about Omegas and Kappas and all that kind of stuff, which I'm not neither one of those. So I'm going to say to any Divine Nine, I'm going to put my 350 out there. And so either I'm going to write the check and I'll have it at the signing tomorrow, or I'll just email it.
Bring it to me at the signing part.
What's his name? Say that again, sir.
I said, if you would hand it to me at the signing party, I will make sure it gets to the football account.
All right. Well, I'll tell you this. My father-in-law, he'll be there, but you'll know him when you see him. But if not, I think you know someone named Michael Prince?
I do.
You know,
all right.
You
so
tell Prince I said hello.
Yes, sir. We look forward to you coming on the show also. But on behalf of me, Michael Prince, we're going to throw out $350 out there for all of the Divine Nine, the Sigmas, the Zetas. I put that pledge to any other Divine Nine alumni, Coach Bishop, not Coach Bishop, the gentleman from FAMU. Coach, you got to watch him because he does think he's slick. But I will say this, he is right. There are a lot of people from TV that got money. So I'm going to throw my $350 out there. And the next time you said you want to do this on a yearly basis, my pledge to you is, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but every year you there, I'll put $350 out there.
I appreciate that.
Now, Coach,
hey, Coach, just as luck would have it, we got another guy from Houston calling in. You let me know what to do, Coach.
Tell us about your signing day, so people just listening that can come bring their checks there. Or?
Yeah, we're gonna be at the Foxtrot Restaurant on Westheimer tomorrow from 7 to 9. There's a link out there where you can sign up and buy a ticket to be there. And we're gonna soft launch that 35 fundraiser at that Foxtrot. That's why I can't put it out today, because it comes out softly tomorrow, and then they put it out from there. So Foxtrot Restaurant, I think it's on Westheimer, a little bit further down from the Galleria, 7 to 9 tomorrow. And if you got a check you want to bring, I'll be there. I will be there. And I can tell you what it's for and what it's going toward.
Hey, somebody got some background on calling. You got some background on. Because this is our last one, I promise you. It's from H-Town, so I decided to take it.
All right, man. I got to go to bed here in a little bit.
Last one, Coach. With the last 4, 3101, you're live on HBCU Coaches Corner. What's your name and where you calling from?
Houston.
From where?
Sugar Land, Texas.
Oh, okay. Oh, we got Hey, it's the first lady has ever called. No, we probably didn't have another lady call.
That's my home girl. Let's get this straight. And she bring the green bean.
Yes, I am Johnnie Cole's home girl. Hey, Coach, I'm super excited about having you on board. I like your enthusiasm. I can't wait to work with you and get started. It's a new day at PV, and I'm excited about what you're offering.
I appreciate that. You know what we're doing at Prairie View and my theme is from water to wine. And that's the theme of the year. And so when you say new day, this it is a new day, it's a new time, and we look forward to everybody being able to enjoy that.
Well, I ran track for Prairie View Track Scholarship. I already have talked to some other track girls. They're on board, and I'm also a member of that wonderful sorority called Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. So I will be talking to sorors, and we have a Delta on board also that's ready to get started.
Yeah. We certainly appreciate it. Look forward to it.
Okay.
All right, man. Hey, Coach.
And when y'all make that date, y'all please give me a date so I can fly down and see what's going on.
Will do.
All right.
Hey, Coach, man, you've been a sensational guest. You gave us far more time than we could ever expect. And I want to personally thank you for joining us. And you are welcome anytime you need to get a message out or you got a sermon to preach?
Did he be?
I mean this, man.
Go ahead,
I
sir.
got a lot of respect and admiration for Coach, man. If you guys just don't know, man, from the way I wear a suit to the way I buy a suit, I learned from Johnnie Cole, not just football. And the man bought me some suits when I didn't have no money to get no suits. And so anytime Coach called, man, we're gonna answer. But Mr. Campbell and Rock, I really appreciate y'all too. And you're always welcome on the hill. Call first because we got folks around the building. We don't let just anybody in with that rattle on.
Hey, Coach, listen, let me tell you one thing about I'm internationally known and locally loved. I can get in there, Coach. You just see me sitting there. I'm trying to tell you, I know, Coach. You better ask some people about me, Coach.
No, I appreciate y'all. I'm going to go to bed, man. We've been up since 4 o'clock, but I'm going to go to bed and get some rest. Let me know what you guys need over here in Prairie View.
All right. Thank you, Coach. Appreciate
it.
Hey. Wow.
Oh, Coach. Hey, that was another good one, Coach. Hey, Coach, all your proteges come on here, man. They do a great job. They do a great interviews. They definitely, you must have paid them a lot of money to give you flowers before they come on, Coach, because they're all very complimentary of you and make a point to point out the impression you made on them as young coaches and how you were been instrumental in advancing their careers. And so, Coach, that's always dope to hear, man.
Yeah, it's good to see. This is a special one to me, you know, and I just knew he was going to be successful, and it's just now starting. And you know, do you understand what this guy? He left probably the #1 program in Division II football to go back. What one would say to go backwards, but he went where his heart was. You know what I'm saying? And he went with the opportunity that he felt in the HBCU that this is a school that I want to take. And I really think that the future for Prairie View, man, is brighter. And I hope that the administration in place is looking beyond, you know, just the swag. But I think he's going to do a wonderful job there. And, you know, it's just a good feeling, man, because, you know, you guys know that's one of the reasons why I started this show, man, just to the young men like him. And there's a whole bunch of them out there that need this platform, you know what I mean, to expose themselves of the goodness that they have, you know, both their systems, their philosophies, their backgrounds. And this is why I fight so hard, man, to continue this show and to continue presenting us, you know, with us, you know what I mean? And I can't say enough about y'all too, that, you know, they bring the fire with this show. So again, thank you guys. Thank the people who continue to follow us. You know, we're looking for bigger and better things. I think, Coach Bishop, you got another guest on that's coming next.
Hey, man, listen, we're going to keep this show. Hey, man, this is HBC Coaches Corner. So I am proud to say we're going to have the new coach from Mississippi Valley, Terrell Buckley, on next week at 9:30 Eastern. So we're going to have this, you know, y'all had y'all Texas thing today. We're going to bring it back to Mississippi. We got to bring it back to Mississippi and Florida. You know, T-Buck with the FSU. I remember him when I was at family. I'm a year older than T-Buck. So I talked to him today. So, man, he's going to come on and talk about how he's going to get Valley into running. And maybe we can, you know, have him and Coach Jackson, you know, do a little talk, you know, a little wager about a little something on that game at the end. But no, man, I'm super excited. And like I say, you know, Coach said he saw me on video. Man, I'm the guy that champion all the coach to help them get money, Coach. I'm your money guy. I'm the one that going to talk about the money. So I want to say to all those PV folks, you know, man, I love exactly the school. I got so much admiration. But I'm going to keep challenging you guys because that school is such a powerhouse with such great alumni. This is the time. If you want to be a champion, the coach has told you the groundwork. So that 35 for $350K, I don't want to hear no talk because see one thing, and I'm going to check. When Willie Simmons getting ready to leave Rocket, $200,000 in the 24 hours.
Well, let me ask you about that, Coach. Coach, you guys hired a transformational coach in Willie Simmons.
That came from PV.
Coincidentally from PV. So did you know the day y'all hired Willie Simmons that he would eventually do what he ended up doing in the SWAC?
I'm going to say something different. I have known Willie since he was 19 years old. Willie was a leader and a boss at Clemson as a sophomore. Greatness was destined for him. So when you saw him and you heard him talk, and you knew, again, what I like about Coach Simmons, and I think we all see it, is that he is, like Coach Cole, an X's and O's football. It ain't all that talking. He knows how to talk, but he knows how to coach football. So, yeah, I think we knew, and I knew way before then, that Coach was going to be what he was. It was no shock. No shock at all.
Because I think that's what the PV faithful is experiencing now. They are completely convinced they have the guy that's going to transform their program into a champion. That's what it seems. Again, I wasn't here when Dooley was hired. I certainly was here when Bubba was hired, and Bubba was viewed as a stopgap, a bridge coach when he was hired. There was not a lot of energy behind him. The same thing with other hires in the SWAC, whether it be Dishman or the gentleman from Pine Bluff, right? I've only seen this a couple times. Dion and TC, I saw both with, Jackson State alumni knew they had the right guy, even not only with Dion, but with TC as well. There was a lot of energy also surrounding Cozy, but I'm not sure if that was just, to get their guy in there who they wanted versus what was going on, or was that true optimism and a surefire thought that he was the guy? You know what I mean? But this seems a little different for PV, and I just wanted to know whether or not you guys at FAMU, after having some down years, did you guys know Willie Simmons was the guy when y'all hired him?
You know, and I'm going to say this again because, Rocky, like I said, you're down there in Texas. I know a lot of people in Texas. I know a lot of PV people. What I like about what Coach Jackson's doing, he's not making PV sound like a second-class citizen anymore in the SWAC. That is the thing. See, sometimes you got to, as we say at FAMU, you got to let your snake hang. And I like, hey, Coach, let the panther hang. You know what I mean? Because, see, if you come in there with confidence and say, hey, we're Prairie View. We're going to be a championship team. And I think this happens to a lot of teams, is that it's a mental. And Coach, you know this. It's a loser's mentality and it's a winner's mentality. And that starts to permeate the whole school. Oh, here we go again. We ain't going to win this game. But if you come in there and say, no, we're going to beat Southern. We're going to beat Alcorn. We're going to beat Texas Southern. We're going to beat Grambling. You can hear it in his voice. So guess what? The players start believing it. And then when he beats them, all hell going to break loose. Yeah. And that's the same thing with FAMU, where Willie had gotten that thing, and when we got in the SWAC, and again, like I said, great battles with Jack State and Dion. But I'm going to tell you something. We ain't had no doubt in our mind that we was going to beat everybody else's ass in the SWAC. Because Willie made you feel like that. And he, in our championship run, he said, hey, I got to win this celebration ball. He didn't run from that.
Well, but once again, he came up underneath a winner. They won the SWAC twice at Alcorn State. And then when he took over his job at Prairie View and took, he came from Middle Tennessee State. He went off to Clemson in high school. So he had a systematic way that he's seen from winning programs that he had been under. And all he did was tweaked it to himself, won at Prairie View, took that same system to Florida A&M and won at Florida A&M. And I'm telling you, and I'm telling the Prairie View fans, that this guy's took over a head job at Colorado Mesa. He went 8-2 out there, took over the number one Division II program in the nation, and in 3 years, he's in the national championship game. He's going to bring that same system to Prairie View A&M. You better jump on board, because it's going to be a train. And I see it. It ain't no question to me about what he's going to do. It's just when it's going to happen, whether it's the first year or the second year. And I put my paycheck on it. In year 3, he'll definitely be winning the championship.
Ooh, whoa. Hey, man, let's clip this.
I got it.
Coach.
Hey, look, y'all two know now. I ain't been wrong yet.
Okay,
now you called TC out when they hired
early
TC.
in the season.
Yeah. You've always been a proponent of Willie, and Willie was able to get it done. And so I trust your knowledge of the SWAC and your eye for talented coaches.
Yeah. He'll get his program up to TC Taylor's program.
So let me ask you this: who will win their division first, Jackson or Shade?
Jackson or Shade at A&M?
Oh,
Yeah,
it's gonna take Shade a minute.
yeah, bro.
This is why with Shade. Shade is a defensive type of coach, you know. And in the SWAC ain't like the MEAC. And I read Shade is more of a MEAC coach. You know, keep it close to the vest, win 28, 35, 7, 18, 21. You know what I'm saying? You know, in the SWAC, we got big scores. You know what I'm saying? In the MEAC, they got small scores. But, we'll see. Sam got a lot of more athletes to work with. And y'all know his team's going to be well coached and he's going to be solid, So TC got to get out of that. Alabama State, I think, going to fall off. They left, they done lost their defense coordinator. They done lost one of their top recruiters in James Williams, who's also the secondary coach who's been on our show. And we even getting assistant coaches jobs. I think he went to Kennesaw. And the defense coordinator went to UAB. But I think things will level off, which were going to be good for the conference, with Coach Jackson coming on the west side. I hope we didn't put a target on his chest. I think we might have.
Hey, Coach, I think he liked that.
Yeah.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong when you feel and you, like you say, Coach, he believes in what he can do. And I'll just tell you this, like I say, hey man, I'm a fan of Coach Shea, but that East, like I say, Rocky, let me say, fam, you had a down year, and we still beat the MEAC champion, and we beat the West champion. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we, quote unquote, we had a down year. Jack State is gonna be Jack State. Them boys is rolling. So like I say, it's still gonna be FAMU and Jack State again in that East.
Yeah.
But that West, like I say, if he gets a coach, what we say, if you got a quarterback in the SWAC, you got a championship. So if he can find him a quarterback.
I'll say this, and this may be my naivete about coaching. I'll be willing to say year one, Tremaine is the best coach in the West.
Ooh.
I'm not saying he's going to win the West.
Well, here's the thing, though, Coach. There can't be no argument. It ain't no coach in the conference who don't won 2 conference championships and don't went to a national championship game. Ain't a coach coaching. And it ain't a coach in the league that's been a head coach longer than he had in the whole conference. Name. Matter of fact, we got 3. We got now. What we got?
So
Coach
the longest
Robinson,
tenure
what,
coach is
4
Eddie
years?
Robinson. Yeah,
He coming into 4 years.
Yeah.
Shit, Coach Jackson been a head coach 6 and a championship head coach. You know what I mean? So shit, Coach. Look, you right. Right now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we ain't gonna never be able to get Coach Graves on this show after this. We ain't gonna never get. Hey man, somebody, can we just get somebody from Southern, the equipment manager? Cause we ain't gonna never be able to get nobody from Southern on this show.
Y'all know I'm gonna call him. I'm gonna call him. Shit, you got tough skin.
Coach say he got a close friend on the staff. Maybe we can get him if we can't get Coach Gray.
And maybe the guy can ask Coach Gray the question and then relay it back through the phone. Coach, they want to know what you think of that, man. Boy, I'm trying to tell you, boy. Southern, hey man, listen, it ain't us, man.
Hey man, I would come on the show just to gloat with that West title. You know what I mean? Because we said he was gonna finish 4th or 5th. Come on here and tell us we was wrong, because we all were dead wrong on that. Now,
wrong.
We were dead wrong.
Dead wrong.
Yeah. So
who we thought who was gonna win though?
Man, we thought Alcorn and Prairie View.
I had Prairie View. I was believing Lionel in the t-shirt. Lionel was supposed to send me a t-shirt, but when they lost that first game, that was a wrap for that boy. That t-shirt, boy, that t-shirt was headed straight to Africa after that.
We had Southern in 3rd place.
Yeah.
And they ended up winning it all. That's a great job by Coach Graves, 1st year head coach.
Yeah. Tremendous job.
Yeah.
All right, then. Hey, Coach, you gonna take us out? You got anything, Campbell, before we get off? Get off?
Yeah, Coach, I'm taking us on out. Anything, Bishop?
Hey, I'm just gonna say, Coach, let's give you your flowers, because this is so neat. Everybody does different things. But again, this platform, and like they said, the coaches are watching. That's why we always want to try to be respectful. And to any coach, we try our best, because we want you to come on here. And you know me, I want you to come on here and get some money, because I know what it takes. So, yes, Coach, I just want to thank you to allow these young brothers to come on here and to show what great coach they're going to be and representing these schools. Because, like I say, the one thing I will say, and Rocky, you asked the question, again, when I grew up, the coach was the forefront. It wasn't, hey, man, Eddie Robinson, hey, man, they were the one who had to raise the money, because that's who people know. And Coach Jackson, to me, is in that fine lineage, because no disrespect, I know they got a great AD, but my point of it is, Coach Jackson's going to make you want to give him some money. You see what I'm saying?
That's right. That's what the coach is supposed to do.
Yeah.
Everything's supposed to be lined up.
Yeah.
And I definitely, I want to end this conversation. And when we talk about celebrity coaches, that's what they're supposed to do, Coach. They got to go out and sell that this is the right shit. You know what I mean? Hey, give you money. You know what I mean? And that's very important that a head coach can do that he has that charisma about him. That's what it's about, man. If you don't have that charisma, you're not going to get that money.
Because I just want to tell you, again, we appreciate you for putting on and bringing this platform. I just want to say that I really appreciate it. And it's an honor for me to be on here with you.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. All right, man. Tell you what, in the end of the day, man, I want to appreciate you guys for continuing to support and watch this show with a lot of things happening and don't want to get into politics. I've been told by my brother him, but with programs like the DEI and affirmative action and all that, we okay, because we as a people at HBCU schools, we're graduating people every day. And sometimes, when you are the elite, it scares people sometimes. So we got to keep on pushing and keep on generating greatness. Some of the HBCU schools are some of the greatest schools in America. It don't matter what the color is. It matters what's inside. I wore my sun-kissed orange tonight, being able to introduce a guy that I want to say I helped raise. I had contributed to him, but I seen it in him. And, he's went on to take things from everywhere he went, and now he's becoming the guy. That's just what life is about. That's what life is about to me. Each one teach one, each one bring one. And I've been blessed to be able to do that, because I was brought up by 8 of them. 8 of them reached out and pushed me up. 8 brothers. That's who I'm talking about. But like I said, man, life is good. Life is great. If you feel yourself at the end of the rope, tie a knot and hold on tight.
My name is Danny Wilson, and I won $500 on the lunch break with AJ Jones.
BS3 Network, changing the way you watch TV.